In this video, I'm going to show you how to find academic articles through OneSearch. OneSearch is a powerful tool that allows you to search most of the library's resources at one time. When you do a search in OneSearch, you simultaneously search our library catalog, which holds items that we own, including books, ebooks, DVDs, audiobooks, and more, and almost all of our 170 article databases. One thing to remember about OneSearch is that it's a little pickier than Google. Let's say we are researching the types of stereotypes women face in the workplace. If I were to do a search in Google, I probably would just type in that whole sentence or question. When you search in OneSearch, you need to make sure you pick out the most important words of your research question. I also suggest that you start broad when you do a search in OneSearch. Let's jump in and try a search. First, let's just type in stereotypes and workplace. You can always add in more specific keywords like women for our question as you go along, but I always suggest you start a little broad so you don't miss anything that might be of use. Alright, so now we can do a search and see that we got about 5,500 results. That's a lot. Like I said, at this point you might want to add in more keywords to be specific. Let's add in women and see what happens. Okay, so that limited it a little bit, by about half, which is a lot, but our results are likely more relevant to our topic now that we have women in our search. As we scroll through the results, you can see the different types of items we got. Periodicals, academic journals, even a video recording. Another thing we can do to reduce our number of results is to limit our results to only scholarly or peer-reviewed journal articles, which you will likely have to use for your assignments. On the left side of the page, you will see where you can check the peer-reviewed box. So if we click on it, now we can see that all of our results are going to be from peer-reviewed journals. So you can see that it limited the results even more. Another thing you can do to limit results is by publication date here, which may or may not be relevant depending on your topic. So let's limit it back to 2010. Alright, so we got even less now. And you can play with this. Research is a process. Okay, so let's say we're looking through the results and we find something that looks interesting. So changing the narrative, women as negotiators and leaders. You can click on the title to get more information. So let's go ahead and click on it. To the left, you'll see where to actually get to the article. You may see something that says PDF full text or even HTML full text. And if we click on it, it will bring us to the full text of the article. Now, if we go back to the detailed record, there are some other things you might want to look at before you read it. First is this middle area. Here you can see the authors, where it was published, and you can also see subject terms. So if you look at these, it can give you a good idea of what things you might want to add into your search. So we might not have thought to add in just gender stereotypes instead of stereotypes in women. That might be more useful. Or even gender differences or attitudes of women executives. These are things you can look at to kind of brainstorm your topic. Then you can also see the abstract. Scholarly articles are often very long and sometimes kind of dry. So before you put in the work to read an entire scholarly article, you're going to want to look at the abstract to determine whether or not it's going to be useful for your research. The abstract is a short summary of the article that usually has the main points, the results, and the conclusions. Then, over to the right side of the page, you're going to see a few tools that can help you save the article. First, you can print it, you can email the article to yourself, and you will be required to cite it. So whatever citation style that you will be required to use from your professor, you can scroll through to find. So we have APA, Chicago, and also MLA here. And then you can grab the citation and use it in your paper. One thing to note is that these are not always 100% correct, so just make sure you check it over to see if it's actually an MLA style before you turn your paper in. If we go back to our results list, I want to show you one result that you might find. So you may see something that says check for full text. That means that the databases that OneSearch searches doesn't have the full text of the article, but we may have it in a different database. So if you click on it, you may see something that says full text is available in X, Y, and Z database and you can click on it, or you might see something like this. This is where you can place an interlibrary loan request for an article. So you'll see no full text resource found. You can just click on the submit an interlibrary loan request, fill out your information here. The article information will be auto-populated into this form, and then you can hit submit. This is a free service for students, and they will send you the article within 2 business days. So if you find an article that will be perfect for your paper, but we don't have it, don't fear, you can just place an interlibrary loan request for it. As always, if you have any other questions during your research, make sure to contact a librarian either by chatting us, visiting us, emailing us, calling, or texting.